This is the first lesson of evolution. We shall discuss the meaning of evolution and the current concepts of evolution. Introduction. The current day organisms or the present day organisms are believed to have arisen from previous or past forms. In this topic of evolution, we will learn how changes that led to the current diversity or differences of modern organisms have believed to have taken place. And this is the study of evolution. Thus, evolution is the gradual change in living organisms from simple life forms to more complex forms over a long period of time. In that, evolution is a gradual process. It is a slow process that continues over a long period of time, resulting in change from simple to a more complicated form of organism. Previously in genetics, we learned how variation occurs due to sexual reproduction, mutations, and interactions of organisms with the environment. So these three are the causes of variation in a population. So sexual reproduction actually brings or results in combination of new characters from different parents. Mutation, on the other hand, is the spontaneous change in the genetic makeup of an individual. So after mutation, there will be changes in the structure of genes of an individual. And then interaction of organisms in the environment will also bring some differences. Some of these variations are passed from the parent to the offspring over a long period of time, resulting in production of individuals with totally different characteristics from those of the existing ones. For instance, man is believed to have descended or to have originated from earlier forms that were relatively of different characteristics. So the man is believed to have risen from early forms like the apes. There are theories that explain the origin of life. We have two theories that try to explain the origin of life. These are spatial creation theory and chemical evolution. Let us discuss spatial creation theory. This theory maintains that the whole universe and all living organisms came into being due to the act of a supernatural being who is called God. And the evidences or the proofs of this theory are found in religious books like the Bible for Christians and Quran for the Muslims. These evidences are based on faith. The second theory is chemical evolution. This theory postulates or states that billions of years ago, life started by it from simple inorganic chemicals found on Earth. Inorganic chemicals do not contain the elements of carbon. These chemicals combine through chemical reactions to form complex organic molecules. Organic molecules contain carbon. And remember, a molecule is defined as the simplest part of an element or a compound that exists separately. So these molecules existed separately. They were combined through chemical reactions to give complex organic molecules. Specifically, the atmosphere contained a mixture of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, ammonia, and methane. These substances combined due to energy from lightning and volcanic activity to form simple organic compounds such as amino acids, nucleic acids, nitrogenous bases, and sugars. And these led to the formation of nucleic acid, which have the ability to replicate or to multiply. So nucleic acids are usually found in the genetic material called the DNA. All these compounds here are found in the DNA. The nitrogenous bases are usually include uracil, thiamine, cytosine, among others. All these are present in the structure of the DNA. Chromosomes are thread-like structures found in nuclei of cells and contain the genetic material, or rather heredity factors called the genes, and are in the form of these chemical called deoxyribonucleic acid, abbreviated as DNA, to give DNA, and is transmitted from parent to young one. It is passed from parent to young ones. The ability of DNA to replicate, or that is to double itself, so that enough DNA is made available for new cells, explains how inherited characters are passed on. For instance, in the year 1953, an American scientist by the name S.L. Miller successfully produced 20 non-amino acids by passing a spark through a mixture of hydrogen, water, methane, and ammonia. The high temperatures and pressures conditions used by Miller to produce these amino acids were possibly similar to those existing in the universe when life began. From Miller's results, it can be theorized that millions of years ago, simple molecules such as hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen in that primitive atmosphere, or that early atmosphere without anything, combined in different composition or portions to form different compounds such as water and ammonia. Let us look at the Miller's spark discharge apparatus. So these are the components that Miller combined in order to produce the 20 amino acids: methane, ammonia, water, and hydrogen. And then there is a source, a boiling pot of water, source of heat to produce the vapor here, and then this is the electrodes that produce that spark. And when that spark is produced here, there will be some heat to give high temperatures similar to those present in the primitive atmosphere, and the resulting contents, or the amino acids, are collected at this region. Now, further combination of these molecules led to formation of genetic material, that is DNA, and is found in all the living cells. Successive multiplication of these molecules led to formation of simple forms of the first living cells. This might have resembled or represent the present-day viruses and bacteria. The theory of chemical evolution holds the following perceptions on the origin and nature of life. that life came into existence through combination of chemical substances. And these are some of the chemical substances. And the initial life forms were simple and have changed over the years from the present to form the present complex organisms. And that is the basis of organic evolution. That is the end of our lesson. Attempt this assignment. Goodbye.